Okay, let's see what you have in store for us. No, not the scout. Hello there. Nice, it's you. Good to see you made it here in one piece. The first solo launch is a doozy, isn't it? So hey, don't freak out or anything, but lately I keep, like, dying repeatedly. I don't know, it's pretty weird. You keep dying repeatedly? I flew into Dark Bramble once, yeah. At the end of last stream. Gotta test if Gabbro is stable. Yeah, I'll have to test it. Okay, so I can say that it was fine until I actually was in Dark Bramble. Yeah, you can see. I mean, I know, I already expected the anglerfish to be there and snack me. So I wasn't at all surprised. How about you? Have you died lately or is it just me? No, it's me too. We're in a time loop. Time has been behaving. Oh my god, it's so amazing. Oh, hey, look! Interesting piece of floating island running, swinging by. Time has been behaving unusually lately. Yeah, a time loop makes sense. Cool. You're taking this pretty well. Huh, right back at you. Personally, I like new experiences. Gabbro is my favorite. Like last stream, I was asked who of the travelers is my favorite. Gabbro. Gabbro is my favorite. Like, I love people who are aware of their shit, of the shit that's happening around them. Like, if nothing else happens that makes me change my opinion, for now, they're my favorite. Okay, personally, I like new experiences, and I've never been in a time loop before. I mean, I don't think I've been in a time loop before this one. It looks like you and I are the only ones who can tell that time's gone all weird. I tried radioing hornfills and asking if they died too, but they thought it was being metaphorical. Even if I tell hornfills about the time loop, they never remember by the next one. I don't realize anything's different. Oh, so that piece of dark bramble? And there's another weird one for you. Every time I die, all of my memories from that loop replay back to me. I'm pretty sure that's related to this big stone Maya statue I found on one of the other islands. I was looking at it, and the statue opened its eyes and started glowing. It replayed my memories like it's seen them through my own eyes, just like what happens each time I die. It happened to me with the statue at the museum. You too, huh? Then the Maya statues must have something to do with why we're the only ones aware of the time loop. So, no glowing statue? No time loop awareness? Question mark? I think that's going to be my leading theory. But if you find out anything new about the statues or the time loop, let me know, okay? I'll be here. Anyway, that's what's new with me. But hey, this is your first solo voyage. Not my first rodeo, buddy. Not my first. Glad I finally had this conversation. Same. Okay, so we got hit. We got hit by a vortex and catapulted. Ship's still here. Awesome. Hey, have you ever watched a cyclone for so long it started to hypnotize you? I'm telling you. Gaming? Because I survived this? Or what? A second for so long that it's to hypnotize you. I'm telling you. They'll put you in a trance if you stare at them too long. How's space treating you? I found something. I found plenty of things. Nice, nice. What you got for me? I found your quantum poem. Yeah, the one in the woods. I remember writing that. Pretty fun, right? It works out to a good 24 poems. When I'm done exploring, I want to make some more quantum art. Maybe some kind of creature sculpture that just like shows up and scares the daylight out of you. Found a photo of you inside the old radio tower. Nice. Did I look busy in it? I hope I looked busy. Must have been from the time Hornfeld sent me to check on the deep space satellite. They thought old Spacey might be malfunctioning, but I couldn't find a single thing wrong with it. Which is probably how it got shut off by my beautiful bee-helmeted face, come to think of it. I always thought it was kinda sweet that the best way to find old Spacey is to use a map that's generated by the satellite itself, isn't it? Like it's inviting us to visit. Good old deep space satellite. Always making sure we know where we're going. Why did Hornfeld think it was broken? I saw the last dialogue options there. I have a map. Gabbro is so related. Gabbro is like, the more dialogue I have with Gabbro, the more I love them already. Don't know. Hornfeld probably told me why, but Hornfeld tells me a lot of things, and sometimes I tune out. Or I pretend there's signal interference and I can't hear them. Best guess says a deep space satellite must have sent Timberharf some weird pictures, but like, what's considered weird for a satellite, you know? Anyway, if you ever want to visit Old Spacey, fastest way is to jump into your ship and use a solar map, a system map to lock on the satellite system as you should with any astral body. Keep skipping through this. Old Spacey. I mean, the satellite's not super old, but it's hardly brand new. All is more a term of affection. You're being very literal minded about this. Old Spacey likes visitors, you know? Fastest way to find is to jump into your ship and yeah. Oh, damn. That was the wrong one. I have a map. Yeah, the one that's standard with all our spacesuits. The one you have with you at all times that opens with the press of a button. That map. You didn't get chunked on the head by a rock or a meteorite or something on your way here, did you? No shame in that. It happens to me all the time. In case you were hit especially hard, don't forget that you can jump into your ship and use the solar system map to lock onto any astral body. Yep. Okay, what are you doing out here? Well, what are any of us doing here, really? Actually never had this dialogue? Aha! Found something that the Kalinda has never seen. I get bunked all the time. Gabbro. That's a quote for you. I was just about to say that. Why does that sound like we have... another adventure to space upon us. Alright. What are you doing? What are any of us doing out here, really? I'm just kidding, I'm out here exploring the solar system, same as you. But tell you what, outer space really gives you room to think. It's quiet and peaceful out here. I mean, it's usually quiet and peaceful. Sometimes a cyclone comes by and lifts my little island paradise clean out of the water. Then, less peaceful. Where should I explore on where should I explore on Giant's Deep? Here's something you might like. At the start of every loop, I keep seeing a bright flash in the sky. Something must be happening up there in orbit around the planet. Yeah, I always see it when I wake up. Hey, Shadow Link, welcome in. Like how you actually responded different when choosing same dialogue again. I mean, just never thought to ask for the map to try. And I just find it funny that we have the option, I have a map? What else, what else? Have you been to Statue Island? That's what I've been calling it. Seeing as it's the island where I found the glowing Maya statue. Get it? I was on the beach on Statue Island when the whole glowy business happened. By the way, it's a nice beach for that kind of thing. I give it a solid 7 out of 10 on Gabbro relaxation scale. If you feel like checking out Statue Island, it's one of 2 islands connected by a natural rock arch. Well, mostly connected anyway. You'll see. What's up with this planet? Making jokes that are not funny to anyone but themselves. Relatable. Haha, I know, right? Oh, you meant like tell you more about it? Gotcha. Well, Giant's Deep is massive and mostly water. No surprise there. There's a strong current that weighs beneath. There's a strong current that weighs beneath the surface that prevents anything from sinking below it. Seriously, I tried everything I could think of to get past the current and neither idea worked. Have you tried using a cyclone that spins counterclockwise? As for land masses, I've counted 4 islands, including this one. Okay, 4 including this one, 3 more islands. There's also the one with that non-Maya statues on the beach. You've seen the cyclones? Yeah, they're hard to miss. They'll toss up everything in their path, islands included. Little tip. If you get picked up, try to land in water. Less likely to kill you. Where's your ship? That's a good question. It's definitely on this planet somewhere. I mean, unless a cyclone came by and tossed it into space, I guess. That would be pretty nuts. I hope it's not lonely. Okay. See you later. Take care out there. Similar to the first half, they intentionally launched into space. I want to burn it. Yo! I actually melted it. And the second one. Okay. I mean, now the question is, of course... Ghost man detected nearby? Where? Oh, in here? Hi, launched into space. Oh no, really? That's the end of the loop already? Okay, so the ship does get moved around a little bit. It's like the only all my ideas worked. Really a great way to spice up the conversation. Okay. Okay, so if you can get through that, then it's probably while you are in space. That's my assumption so far. I mean, I guess I can try flying around and see if... I mean, I don't think I'll... Yeah, sun's exploding. Hey, I'm on the water. Hey there. Okay. For the blast looks in giant steep. Alright, here we have it. Oh, it's the interlock. No, wait. Okay, so that flash we see and Gabbro sees at the start of every loop. That's definitely whatever station is circling giant steep, falling apart for whatever reason. Getting out the thinking cap. And at first there was a blue flash, so I thought the interloper had hit it, but now I saw a piece of it flying past me here. I'll have to keep it. I mean, I want to go back to Giant Steep, but that's going on my mental list. Like, it almost looks like a piece of it might be crash landing, but can it be really crash land here on Timber Hole? And how didn't I find it then? Yeah, Minecraft villager noises. Also something for my list to go and go to the Ash Twin and try and teleport there. Oh, hi! Oh, hey, I found your ship! Gabbro, I found your ship! Damn! I just saw we have double the gravity. Damn! Okay. So jumping... And okay, that's not happening. Interesting. It's the first planet with stronger gravity. What the hell is this? Like, this thing looks so fucking cursed. Water is heavy. Yeah, ghost melon detected. Okay, wait. But not here. Okay, yeah, over there. But here's good. You can barely make that. Okay, that's interesting. Hi. What the fuck are you? You look super creepy. And I know I can go in here. Okay, serious question of the day. What do you think those green blue crystals would taste like? Saffron. Next question. I would have said mint. Haha! Okay, made it. Second tries to charm. Mm-hmm. That's the more direct way with... Oh, Ghost Melon also I should... Okay. Yeah, we're about to get lifted. Oh, that was bad, that was bad, that was bad. Oh, hi. Okay. Little damage, but I managed to go past it. Trip 4, entry number whatever. Crashes 2, boring crashes 0. Remember to see Slate when I get back. Ha ha ha. Yeah. All the way down to the core. Consider yourself conquered, Giant Steve. You just got feldsparred. It was one of my more dramatic feats, if I do say so myself. Can't believe I wasn't electrocuted. I'm ready to tell Hornfels and Gosson about this one. I guess brute force isn't always the answer. Right, but that's one more off the list. Seems all that's left is the big one now. Dark Bramble, here I come. Okay, so this was feldspars. And you can also walk back there. Okay, but seriously, what the hell is this? Okay, next question, would you eat them? Would you enjoy the cool effect? Absolutely not, and absolutely not. Eat what? Burps. Could I bring them into a dust-like substance? Alright. If that's all for this, which I guess it might be. Let's try and go back. Okay. By the way, is that my ship here? Or is that Feldspar's ship? I'm guessing it's Feldspar's. Yeah, mine's up there. Oh hi, you moved a little, buddy. Alright, then let's go and try see if we find another island. Okay, that's Gabbro's. Oh hi, that's a massive cyclone. Welcome. Good morning. You are a little bigger than the rest of them. And hi, that's actually the island I'm interested in. Well, that is one that looks interesting. Okay, sorry, that is not working. I hope that this kind of light means that if this island gets picked up by a cyclone, that the ship will stay here. I hope, okay? I have hopes and dreams. Oxygen detected. Oh, hello there. Come on, let me pick up the scroll. Lore time. Cassava, this is it. We finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant's Deep for assembly. Our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. To all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude to your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed when many other attempts have not. Das. Are you going gluttonous on us, love? I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. If I'm ever half as gooey as Mellow and Avens behave together, thus, you may launch me from the old probe cannon. If I know my brother Avens and his spouse will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible, I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. Maybe that's what we're seeing. I suppose we give Evans and Mallow a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. Oh, hello! A brittle hollow projection stone, huh? Probably to use over there. Why am I even trying to go on the water? I mean, we did talk about motion sickness initially a lot. Now I'm feeling it a little bit. Just a little bit, though. Nothing concerning, nothing I feel like I'm gonna throw up, but this right now is a bit much. Okay, another projections. What is this one called? Control module. "14 minutes, 48 seconds ago, long-range probe successfully launched from the orbit probe cannon." I mean, it's hard to imagine it's already been 15 minutes of the loop. I hope it's not. Damn. Alright, Cassava, Ganoi, Das, and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly on one, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Cassava convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? Because the cyclone's going not clockwise, but counterclockwise. Very rare, but happens. Okay, this should be Kanoi this time. Okay, interesting. It's funny that now we're starting to have writings in another color. My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of giant steep here on Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory. Been there? And it reveals how an object might sink below the current. Konoi, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are 2 trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's gravity cannon and one at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Okay, Konoi, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight through to the core. Okay, we're close to the end of the loop. Damn it. Also glowing jellyfish. Control module, okay. Internal bleedings, that's where the blood belongs in my head. Yeah. I have bad news, Evans. Yaros says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. Yaros says there was a problem with the proposed power source. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. Tell Privet and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. Evans, an update. Mallow and I will join you and Privet left to visit her brother. She fears Ida may feel responsible. Okay, this protection zone. Ah, yes. Been here? Yeah, and I bet that's the station in the orbit. Okay. Okay, cool. For some reason I'm always looking behind these, even though there's nothing there. Ah yes, 1, 2, 3. Three control, was it called the control panel? Control module. Okay, 3 control modules. Only found 1 projection stone. Okay, theory. What we saw getting blasted off is one of the... I forgot what this was again. Control module? Control module, yeah. And if we find the projection stone, we can look through that and see where it landed. Working theory, rhetorical question, just thinking out loud. Don't answer that. Hypothesis, yeah, working hypothesis. I'm a scientist. Also just for shits and giggles, let me heal my damage. And then let me double check if I missed anything here. I mean, we're looking good. I can check the log in a second. It's all Twitch. It's science if you record it somewhere. So all Twitch streams are technically science. And Pexy sure is recorded. Oh damn. Okay, spooky. Spooky gravity switching. Alright. Looking good here. So we've been to 3 of the 4 islands already. Nice. So I'm guessing the statue... Also, it looks like I'm right. It looks like this field here prevents your ship from moving when you're yeeted into space. Which is nice. Right, quick log. Quick log check. Yay. Okay, ocean depths. Depths. A yeet blocker. Hehe. Feldspar. Okay. Gabbro's Island. Gabbro is lounging in a hammock near the island's shore. Gabbro found an Amai statue on another island. The statue's eyes started glowing, and Gabbro saw the memories flash before their eyes. Gabbro remembers dying. They saw the memories flash before their eyes, just like the time with the statue. Gabbro and I seem to be the only ones aware that we're in a time loop. Statue Island. One of the islands on Giant's Deep has an Amai statue on the beach, just like the one Gabbro brought back to Timbarth. Statue Island, as Gabbro calls it, is the one with 2 islands connected by a natural rock arc. The Amai finished building the final module for the orbital probe cannon and sent it into orbit around Giant's Deep. I used an Amai projection pool and saw the interior of a space station in orbit around Giant's Deep. The Amai decided to construct a probe cannon in orbit around Giant's Deep. I wish these were ordered differently. Gabbro's seen a bright flash in the sky at the start of every loop. Something must be happening in orbit around Giant's Deep. Feldspar. Feldspar head off to dark bramble after reaching the core of Giant's Deep. Bramble Island, an island of thorny vines of what appears to be a frozen jellyfish. It looks like Feldspar camped there before heading off to dark bramble. Construction yard. This island is where the Amai built the orbital probe cannon. For some reason, the Amai put the orbital probe cannon on indefinite hiatus. The cannon was not asked to fire. According to an Amai computer, a long-range probe was recently launched from the orbital probe cannon. Gabbro says there's a strong current beneath the surface of the ocean that prevents anything from sinking below it. The Amai on the construction yard saw something sink beneath the underwater current, which they'd previously thought was impossible. Feldspar found a way to reach the core of Giant's Deep. Okay, anything else with new information? Doesn't look like it. Okay, then let's try and find Statue Island. And then try and get to the cannon. Question is trying and go into the core of course. Okay, this is going upwards, I think. Or is it? You know what? I'm just gonna try it. Flying into the storm. Yo! Hello! No! Not now! Okay, I don't know if this is Statue Island. I don't think it is. Yeah, stop it, son. Just chill. Okay, fly inside the big cyclone. Got it. Noted. But I don't think this is the island that Gabbro was talking about. Statue Island. I don't think it is. This is something else. You're welcome to this place. The tower shares with all who ask the knowledge needed to make his or her first quantum journey. Okay, it's on the South Pole. Or this, no, the red one is the North Pole. Sorry, the red one is the North Pole. So bad with poles. Ah. Okay, I like this. Interestingly, Giant Steep, I was so afraid of Giant Steep for some reason. Maybe also because I couldn't see the surface because the atmosphere is all like sealed up and I couldn't really see what was going on. And that scared me off. But it's much less stressful